Alright, first up on the list is Choppa Commando. Anyways, this is not a very graphically intensive game. This is very simple. This is probably as simple as it gets. But you know what? It's fun. At least I find it pretty fun because there's missions you can do, and they're a lot of fun to go ahead and complete. But not only that, you also can dick around and pretty much do almost whatever you want within the game's engine. I know that sounds amazing, but really, it's by today's standards, it is not all that amazing. But I spent so many hours on this game. Me and my buddy Carl, back in the day when I first got this computer, yeah, he was in love with this game too. He would just sit there. He would do the same thing I would do, just fuck around. He wouldn't even do the missions. He'd just fuck around. It'd be like playing with those army men back in the day, the green and tan ones. Good times. Anyways, so this is your roster of pilots that are on hand. Now, the ones from entry 2 all the way to 6, those are preloaded into the game. And as you can see, everyone's either dead or missing. But if you want to, start your own, you can delete all these if you want. If you have, like, say, 6 members in your household who would play this game, y'all can have your own little log, because it does save your progress. Yeah, pretty nice for that. I mean, most PC games were like that anyways, but still, the fact that the option is there is actually kind of nice. So let's go ahead and put in my channel name. Now here you can go ahead and you can select game difficulty. Now if you are like a really great gamer at this, or like a great game, if you're good at this game or great at this game, this is probably you can pick Commando. If you're decent or whatever, pick average. But for the sake of course, I always go for the easiest of difficulties so I can demonstrate the game. I'm gonna pick Wimp, and then you can pick a mission: easy, regular, or hard. Now, from what I understand, the missions aren't all that hard when you select hard. It's just your chopper can take the damage. It'll like basically 2 hits on hard and you're dead. Regular, it's like 3, and I think easy, it's 5. But sometimes they hit you with the bigger artillery weapons and all that, then that's what will take you down. So we're going to pick easy. So anyways, this is your mission briefing. It basically says, we received top mission informing on the special being developed at a enemy lab. Your lab is... The lab's destroyed. Basically, it says basically you gotta go 4 screens to the left and destroy the base there. And then you land, your mission is complete. It's easy peasy, right? So let's go ahead and do that. You use the arrow keys to attack. I put the volume on low, but it's still high, at least on my end. Here, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn that down for you guys so you don't have the ear rape that I have going on right now. Okay, so basically you hold your directions on how fast you want to go. You don't want to go too fast because you'll go flying. That's why I always go pretty much a slow. So I destroyed the tower, but I don't think that's the base. I think the base is, 4 screens? Okay, this is the base. There, they're gone. So you can see the little guy down there. You can drop bombs on him, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and land. We'll do the fucking around after I complete this mission. There's bases on both sides of this game's environment. This is the right base. There's one on the left. And sometimes you start there. Now, you don't want to drop too hard, because if you do blow up. It's pretty shitty, but there. Safe landing, you're rearmed, but the mission is, it says if you're returning, that means it'll ask you that, and if you're returning and you're done with your mission, you want to select yes, they'll welcome you home, and then you get the results. You destroyed a lab, no more worry of that weapon now, good job. And then in the office, you get some commentary from your commanding officers and people that may work in the office, It's really that simple of a game, but for the mischievous stuff, there's a few things you can do. Okay, so let's pick me again. Pick the usual. Sometimes you repeat the mission as we've shown here, but we're not going to do that, right? We're going to show these motherfuckers they can't boss us around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off, back up a little bit, turn around, shoot a missile at it. Bye, bitch. There's also a secret in this game too. Let's see if I can pull it off. It's basically, slow down. Okay, slow down, motherfucker. Slow down. Okay, Now you see why you gotta tap, 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 tap. Okay, here's something you can do. Now this is a secret. I found this completely by accident too. Basically, you want to land your copter, and you think, okay. But here's something you can do. You can get out of this motherfucker. Yeah. You can jump around and walk around and, yeah. Now, if you go all the way there, notice it says your chopper is super. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. I guess that may mean invincibility. I don't know, but there you go. And you can complete the mission still anyways. Watch this shit. There's some super bombs too. I think it's with the N key. The bombs is with the B button. I think the N is the... Yes, those are the super bombs. Ah, nope. He shot me. See, when you get shot, you start falling, and you have to keep tapping up as in going in the direction you want to go. Otherwise, you'll die. Now you can eject from your shit. It's come on. Watch this shit. Oh, I'm hurt now. I'll probably die. Your guy dies so easily when you're in this state. Oh, come on. Get up there, asshole. You motherfucker. Come on. What can I do? Dude, I found a game-breaking glitch already. Oh, I paused it somehow. Well, that's unfortunate. Hit P. Can I commit suicide? Okay, you can... Alright, I forgot, you can set the speed. My bad, you press that by pressing... the S button. Is this a... Oh, that's right, I forgot about that. If you're inbound and they can get to you, you'll get basically picked up. Come on, pick me up, pick me up. You can pick me up, come on. You're in poor health, come on. Or it'll fall and blow up and you'll die. It's fucking funny. There's so much funny shit that happens. Come on! Pick me up, asshole. That guy sucks. There we go. Ah! He's like, I'll pick you up, no problem. I'm like, yeah, I'm on a... Dead. And nobody's left at the base because from the explosion. In the office, complete utter silence. Oh boy. I want to do one more thing just for the sake of this video. Seriously, me and Carl, or just myself in general, we would do this for like hours because it was just so funny. We found it very entertaining. Why won't it give me any different missions though? Because I remember it would be random. Then again, I do have the newer version of this game because there's two of them. There's 1.0, or I think 1.10, and then there's 2.0, which is what I have. You would pay a lovely $10 to it for that game at the time. I never sent away for it though. I should have, because I loved this game. I played it so much. And I noticed I'm always standing here. But anyways, you know, fuck these guys. You know, if you just want to go ahead and just flat out show them who's boss, just do that. Crash right out. Oh, walk block! Anyways, yeah, that's Choppa Commando. A very fantastic game. If you know how to work DOS and the commands and whatnot, you gotta play this at least one time. I suggest the older version because the older version seems to have more missions or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play this more at some point and, you know, keep you guys updated or something. Yeah, so I mean, there's not much else to say. There's Choppa Commando. I mean, you got practice missions, instructions will tell you how to play the game. What's other? Let's see. It just basically tells you about the director, and oh, there's even more improvements. 2.5. He was only 15 when he made this game. The guy was Mark Curie. I wonder what this guy's doing today. I'll have to look it up at some point. Even though I looked up some guy who made a game, I guess called Super Dashin. It was in a Nintendo Power magazine, and I still can't find anything he's done other than that. I can't even find the game that he specified. So I don't know if he was just blowing smoke up our ass or anything, but this is a real, true to concept thing right here. He's only 15 and he was learning how to make games, so this is Mark Curry. If you guys know anything about the guy, please tell me in the comments. And if you can't, well, I'll just see if I can find a way to get some kind of goddamn... I'll have to do some research of my own. Anyways, that's Choppa Commando. Really fun game. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is Hard Driving 2, which, I guess it's an unofficial sequel to Hard Driving. I mean, as you all know, there's Hard Driving and Race Driving. There was never a Hard Driving 2, at least not for consoles anyway. So anyways, we're using the Tandy emulation part of things, so we're going to pick the Tandy option. But before I do that, I will warn you, the PC speaker shit is just awful. It's ear-raping inducing. Back then, I guess it was fine for most people, but for a guy like myself, I hated it. But I dealt with it because that's, back then it was different. I mean, just listen to that awesome soundtrack. You probably can barely hear it, but it's there. It's there, I assure you. Anyways, you have, select track to load. You can load different tracks. I think track E is reserved with your track, because believe it or not, this game does have an editor function, which I could never, ever use. And what I mean by that is I don't understand how it worked. It seemed convoluted for me to try. Now, for you guys out there that, have the patience for that kind of shit, by all means, fucking play around with it. But I can't get anywhere with it. So you use your mouse to select your track. We'll select track B, why not? Loads a file. It shows you the track just like the arcade. Easy peasy, there you go. Now, it's weird. You press buttons, and as you can tell, nothing happens. But you use the mouse, and then it works. But here's the thing. I don't like using the mouse to control this game. It works okay, though. If you like controlling games with cars, using the mouse, this will do the deal. I mean, I guess it gives you a little bit of that emulated feel of you using a steering wheel to an extent, I suppose. But I'm going to stick with keys because, god damn it, it's the one I was raised on. I used the keyboard. You can also use gear shift on the keyboard as well, but here's the thing. I could never figure out what keys switch the gears unless they're number keys. So I just always pick auto transmission. I do that with every game out there anyways. Also, it has the ability to save your game. So if you get a high score, you can save it on your hard drive. That way your scores will remain and everything will be hunky-dory. You can even turn the sound off, which to me is a godsend, especially if you can't stand the motor sounds. But for the sake of authenticity, we're going to go ahead and keep them on. They're going to be at a very low volume, though, because I don't want to rape your ears. I mean, I think my voice may do that on its own. Now, I don't know what this link com does. Maybe this game's supported online or LAN? I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't have that kind of setup growing up. I just had a computer and I just used what I had. So anyways, we're going to pick that and we're going to go to auto with no, so we don't have the clutch. And then you basically turn key to start. And here we go. Use a number pad to control the okay, so that would be for the gears. Now, I never played track B. I'm familiar with track C, though, because that's the stunt track, which I will show off as soon as I'm done demonstrating some gameplay here on this game. Now, as you can tell, the frame rate and all that is pretty damn good. It's a little on the slow side, but you get used to it pretty quickly. There's some pop-in, of course. But for a console, or arcade, console, or not console, PC port, this actually is pretty good. But I will say, like I said, the speed is a little slow. It's like you go 100, but it feels like you're going like maybe 40, in real time. Oh, I better get out of that fucking lane. I'm gonna crash. Nope. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Jesus Christ. And they have instant replays. They're smooth as butter. I'm very surprised on how well they pulled this one off on the PC. It's funnier in the SNES race driving game because it sounds like they're ripping ass when you hit something. It's like so it doesn't have that same oomph to it. And when you hit signs, they don't go plink either. So, you know, they do have some missing spaces to break, if you care to know. And this game has cruise control. If you press 5 in the middle of your number pad, it'll go the speed that you want to. Oh, now this is something I wanted to show you guys. I used to do this a lot as a kid. I would go speed up, go to the edge, and then just fly off that motherfucker. And then dunk. Let's watch that shit. Fly away! Boom! Now what's funny is if you go fast enough and go off the edge like I just did, sometimes you go flying into the stratosphere. Let me see if I can pull that off. Yep. We're in orbit, Captain! When will I stop? Nobody knows. We would do this shit on New Year's in 1995. We've thought this was just the absolute funny thing. You'll eventually crash. See? Now watch the instant replay. Where the fuck are we? We've reached the moon, Captain. I don't know if that's intended or a glitch or just, you know, imperfect programming, but I still think that is fucking hilarious. Alright, let's see if we can clear this loop. Fuck. What? Was that supposed to happen? I didn't know my car was a bouncy ball. Apparently it is. We can clear this loop. Don't worry about that. It's just, yeah, I was going too fast. No, not that's... God damn it. Let's see what happened there. Just going up the loop, da da da. And yep, I just missed that. I'm going too fast. I know that's pretty much what it is. What the fuck, you cocksucker? It's like, I'm gonna grab my nightstick out of this fucking car and beat you to death with it. Then boom. Anyways, I'm gonna pick track C. That's my favorite track in the game, at least from memory. I think let me see if I can. Yeah, you got no. Because I don't have a joystick. Okay, we got everything. All right. So I want to at least do one loop around before we move on to the next one. But yeah, you could tell this game's pretty impressive. I was gonna go that way, and trust me, I don't drive this bad in real life. But I'll tell you, these cocksuckers come out of nowhere and they always ruin your ass. They always fuck with it. Basically, hard driving is a game where if you look at the lower left-hand corner, it'll tell you what time to beat, what to beat. Basically, if you beat that time, you fight against the Photon Racer or Photon Phantom or something like that. And you basically have to race him. And if you beat him, then you win the game. It's really that simple. But with the controls involved, it's not as easy as you want it to be. It's not. It doesn't control horrible. It's just it takes a little bit of getting used to. I've beaten the Photon Phantom twice in my life, though, on the actual Tandy, and maybe one day I can recapture that glory and at 39 years old instead of being 13. Not making any promises, though. Looks like we have another loop to go on. Can I clear this one? Let's find out. Nope. Because of goddamn invisible barrier. Son of a bitch. Alright. One more time. Just one more time. Why is the loop in this so difficult? I can do it in every other version but this one. I had nowhere to go. They were both... Fuck off, man. They were both taken up. Look at that shit. I had nowhere to go. Alright, cocksucker, clear the loop so you can get out of my fucking way. Turn, you bit. Why is this so difficult, man? Trust me, I was better at this when I was younger. I'm telling you that right now. This is making me look like an absolute shit bag. I mean, I'm not playing for real, but I'm pretty sure people would like to see more than just the loop. And I'm trying. Okay. Turn, 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 turn. You son of a cunt. Alright, well that's hard driving too. Just fuck off. That's hard driving too. Trust me. It's fun. You just gotta get used to it. I'm just, like I said, I am very rusty. I have not played some of these in years. I just grabbed a bunch of fucking games that I played as a kid. And some of them I haven't touched yet, which is unfortunate because I really need to. I need to get that old Tandy blood flowing go. I was about to say bloodstream, but basically I need the blood to flow again. But it's a very good port. I would suggest checking it out if you're interested. And if you're not, that's fine. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. This should come as no surprise by a lot of people. This was a game my friends and I would play during the summer of 1996 when we basically smoked a bunch of weed and got high and would solve puzzles. We would have like some friendly competition because we didn't get in fist fights and all that. No, we were way too calm thanks to that glorious indica that we had. Like, I remember we smoked a whole eighth playing Wheel of Fortune and we just totally forgot where we were. It was like, what universe is this? Where are we? Is this our house? Whose house is this? We were fucking confused and baked as shit. I mean, that doesn't make me sound cool or nothing. That wasn't the case at all. It was just a cope back when you're a teenager. I mean, just like smoking cigarettes. Right, but this was a game we played the shit ton of growing up when we first got our little Tandy 1000 because, you know, it was fun, simple, pick up and play. This will be definitely the shortest game I show because I saved the best last two after this. So I'm just going to play a quick round and then we'll move on. This is pretty much your standard Wheel of Fortune. You got 3 rounds and you get consonants and vowels and you get 3 rounds if you win all 3 or if you win best 2 out of 3. I believe style goes, or the one with the most money. Yeah, they're the one that moves on to the final round. Like, it's been forever since I've watched Wheel of Fortune, so I'm a little out of the loop. Now, you can't put in numbers, so, I don't know, we're going to name... Yeah, let's just name it this. Because the PC in this game is a dirty fucking whore. They will sometimes it'll be their first turn and they'll just fucking clear the entire board. It's crazy. No T's? Fuck you, man. There's usually an S or a T. Alright, Ryan. You're probably going to clear out the whole puzzle knowing your ass. See, there, it's the beginning of the end. This game used to piss me off if I played solo for this reason alone. The PC will sometimes just floor the entire puzzle. And there's many versions of this game that exist too. I actually owned at the time, it's long gone. I don't know what happened to it. Good, you went bankrupt. That's what you get for being a chode. Anyway, I actually had this version on floppy disk. I had it on a 3 1/4, and it was like, it had a gold label on it. It was Wheel of Fortune, and it was the very first version. It had for some reason it had a gold label, and it was great. I was glad. I was like, oh, awesome, we got something that I can actually play and enjoy. This is probably the only game we didn't get from Steve's BBS surfing from back in that time frame. Oh, Michelle didn't get the D. So sad. This is a big-ass puzzle, I must say. There's a lot of fucking consonants going on here. Pick S. Yay! I got something. Fantastic. This is an event. What, Spanish Inquisition? Spanish something. Spanish something World Cup. I don't fucking know. Let's see. Let's go ahead and buy an A. If for first and foremost, I'm a dumbass every time. Okay, it's something day. Like, my brother and Steve would just beat my ass at this all the time. I was always in last place, but I just had fun playing with them. I mean, unless you have a competitive spirit, this game's just fun to play with people. Don't. Oh, fuck you. Okay, it's not day then. I thought it was. I should have checked the letters on the fucking thing. Well, everyone's going bankrupt today, aren't they? Well, I still have 150. Michelle's sitting pretty at 900. I was hoping she'd go bankrupt. So what's that last one going to be then? Oh. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's just... I want to stay out of bankrupt or lose a turn. It's Spanish something. I don't know what it is. I know some of you are probably just screaming at the top of your lungs, "This is what it is, dude!" Fuck me. Alright, so I can buy a vowel, so let's go ahead and buy an I. I don't know what those last two are. I'm confused. Let's spin. It'll usually tell you, too, if you're out of vowels. It'll say there are no more vowels, so that's nice. No, it's... I was about to say, is it bankrupt? Ooh. Okay, is it car? Something car? Spanish... Is it Spanish American car? Let's try that. How is that an event is beyond me. Let's see what that is. If it is... Spanish American car? No, I didn't think so. Spanish American War. I'm a fucking dumbass. Spanish American War. Jesus. Ugh. Told y'all I'm retarded. I'm retarded as hell. Spanish American War. Shit. Well, now I can't do nothing. Alright, go ahead and solve the puzzle. Make me look like a fucking idiot. Yep, he's got it. And he had this wonderful fucking music to fucking grace. Even when you do it, you get this music, and it's just, if you're susceptible to the headaches, just stay away. Anyways, that's Wheel of Fortune. I'm pretty sure you all got the gist of it, of what it is. But I saved the best two for last, at least in my opinion, because, well, the next game we're going to look at actually has 5 mini games into it, and it actually uses the Tandy sound processor. Matter of fact, they both do. So let's go ahead and look at those, because, yeah, I just made myself look like a complete fucking idiot. But that's just how it goes, my friends. Anyways, let's check out the next one. Alright, this is Bar Games by Accolade. I get to hear that lovely PSG sound that sounds just like NES or Sega Master System. Sounds good if you ask me. It's better than that PC speaker shit we just had to deal with. So, basically, this is a compilation of 5 minigames. So, we're going to check out each one. Now, this, you can use the number, so there we go. You can have up to 4 players. My brother and Steve would play this one once in a while with me, because some of the minigames are actually really fun, but not all of them. For instance, Liar's Dice. I don't understand how this works, but I'll show you what it is. If you guys want to tell me in the comments, I'd appreciate it. Basically, I think it's kind of similar to that card game Bullshit. I don't know if any of you have ever played that. Yeah, I played that quite a few times. I learned how to play that in the Ward when I was 12, and I played it again just recently when I was in the Ward, so there you go. So yeah, it's basically you wager how much you have, and basically you gotta catch someone who's lying. And what's also interesting is the time you see on the upper right hand corner of the screen. It actually is with your clock on your computer. Like right now, it's 2:25 a.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll wager 10. Why not? And let's see, my hand I have, let's see, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a, like, okay, now if we were playing like Yahtzee or something, that would be amazing. But it's not. This is something completely different. Oh, anyways, I take that back. You have to shake first. So basically, I think how this works is you have to bid how much, if you're truthful anyways, of how much you have. And then she'll like let out these little blurbs of what she's thinking, and sometimes you can catch her bluff. And then if you do, you go to call. I got 2 2s. Go ahead and call me, bitch. So if you believe her, you can leave it alone and go ahead and bid more on something else you may have. Now, this is where I get confused. She's bid 2 6s, right? If I go ahead and call her, most of the time when I do call her, she has what she calls. But a lot of the other times, yeah, it's just, I don't understand this at all. I wish I did. Let's see, let's go with 3, let's see. How would I feel if I had a balloon over my head? Talk about breaking the fourth wall. Fuck it, I'm gonna lie. I mean, she can call me too. But then if you call her and she's telling the truth, then you lose. I don't like this one at all. Okay, see, she might call me on my bluff. It kind of has like an in-depth thing here where, you know, it shows you what she's thinking, and she's like, you'll bid 3 5s. Okay. Now I'm going to call her. See, she won. But she only has 2 5s. So, if someone in the comments can tell me how this game works, I'd appreciate it. I'll be honest. I don't like this one. So we're backing out of it. I don't understand how it works. I didn't like it when I was a kid either, because I just don't understand how it works. Now, maybe if I understood it, you know, I could go ahead and actually play it and whatnot, but I just don't understand it. Is it like poker? Is it not like poker? I mean, it's dice, so there's not many dice games I know of other than Yahtzee, and this game my parents used to play. They called it 10,000. It's like the first person with 10,000 points wins or something like that. Now, I don't know if that's the name of the game. It could be called something different. Let me know, because if I could get the name of it, I would love to, like, I don't know, see if I can get a couple people together to play that at some point, because there's tabletop simulators, I think, that uses dice rolls and shit. And I could, I don't know, play with some of you out there with, like, a simple card game. Like, I'm actually thinking about getting Uno at some point, and then maybe if you guys want to play a game of Uno with me online, that would be great. But anyways, that's a topic for another time. Now, Wet n Wild, this may get me in trouble, because this is basically your wet t-shirt contest mode. Now, if you're a dude or if you're a chick and you like dudes, you can pick decks. We're not doing that because, I'm sorry, I don't find the male persuasion all that attractive, if at all. So I'm going to pick a woman. Now, Delia's not all that hot, but hey, she's an 8-bit chick or a 16-bit chick, so I can't judge. Anyways, it's simple. You walk back and forth, and all you got to do is dump water on their head, and in doing so, you want to fill up the bar. Now, if you can get the water to get her directly in the middle, it will fill up the bar even faster. Like right there. Bam! Look how much a chunk that took. And that's basically all you have to do in this mode. And there's different girls. There's tons of them. Now, it's simple at first, but it gets harder later when, like, the girls will turn around. They'll move faster. And you also have electricity to worry about, which I will show you on the next stage. But yeah, you get some 8-bit titty shots. I mean, you can also see a couple hard nipples up in there. That's all good and gravy, right? And it gets more better later on, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's basically the first round. It's done, and it's depending on how many buckets you have left, will give you some boner points. It's all about points normally, and of course, the nipple pointing from the cold water is also a thing. Now we can pick. Fun fact, every time we played this, we saw Steve. We couldn't help but laugh, because it's some dude holding a teddy bear. How is that in any way attractive? I mean, I can't even see that even if I was gay. How would that be attractive? No, but Scarlet looks pretty hot. She's got nice features. 80s chicks, even though it's hand drawn, still looks good to me. All right, I'll play this one now. You can get electricity. Okay, you see those lights that are going underneath the buckets? If you hit it, if you hit that, you'll get electrocuted. Let me see if I can pull it off. And we also gotta have to get her wet too. See how she turns around and shit? She'll throw you off sometimes. It's very hard to get her in the middle. Oh, I got it that time. Nice. Let me see if I can electrocute it. Damn it! It's like the time I want to get electrocuted, I can't. I want you guys to see that shit. It's pretty funny. And you're also under a time limit. If you run out of time, it's game over automatically. You don't get continues or anything like that. You basically just have to fill up the bar. It's really that simple. It's all timing, though. Yeah, that's definitely a nice little shot of boobage right there, I must say. I want to get electrocuted. But, yeah. Now, we can also tell with Victoria that we'll probably see some niceness to it. And we have an old man, Vince. You know, if you're into old men, that's entirely up to you. But, no, I'm picking Victoria because I like my female persuasions in terms of their features. That's about it, though. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, the girls that you win against, they will knock your buckets down like a bunch of cunts, leaving you less chances to get to see some boobage. Get the fuck away. I can't get electrocuted. I usually get electrocuted almost every time, especially like on the second level. I guess that's a good thing. I believe there's 8 opponents, if you want to call them that. There's 8 chicks altogether. I wish there was just 4. It would make it a little easier. Yeah, see, she's one was empty anyways. Fuck you. Come here, bitch. We want to see your boobage. It's hard getting her in the middle. Hard. There we go. Could you imagine that getting electrocuted? I lost. That's a shame. Sometimes, though, it doesn't happen always. But if you're just a little off on like these 4 stages, if you're just like a tad off, they'll let you go ahead and pass the stage. But that's, yeah, that's, Wet and Wild. Fun times. It's good for boobage. It's good for, it's good, it's just simple and fun. What can I say? Last Call was the one that me and Carl were addicted to. It's very simple. You're a bartender. You gotta fill a quota. And it tells you your quota. You're basically open for like an hour, and an hour is like basically 5 minutes in real time. And basically you gotta press the space bar, fill up your power meter, and then press it again when you think you have enough power for the beer to get flung across the bar. It's very easy. Here, I'll demonstrate for you. This guy wants a beer, so we'll do that. And you just slide it, and if he catches it, that's good. Sometimes it slides off. And then they make funny faces, like it looks like someone just ripped ass, and they're like, oh, you know. Now, I fucking watch his face. That never gets old. I used to be perfect at this. I had this like to a science to where I could actually beat like 4 or 5 stages at a time. Everyone used to get like so like, wow, dude, you're master at this game. You're like perfect. You're an expert. I'm like, no, I just know how to play this kind of game. What can I say? Okay, we got 5 beers. Here's beer number 6. Now, I mean, I've seen this done with bottles, but I never saw them done with actual jugs. Now, if you throw too hard, it gets flung out their hand, which I will demonstrate on the next night. And you can be a dickhead, too. You can just be, like, if someone's pissing you off just for no reason, just out of spite, you can, like, just send this fucking beer flying, and then it gets flung out their hand. I'll demonstrate that right now. Watch this shit. Fuck you, buddy. I like doing that, though. Now, in the third stage, I'm going to go ahead and try to get there. Bitch, have firmer hands. It's not hard. Just, like, see, dudes just open their hand, they grab their beer, they have a smile, and they can enjoy their brew at the bar. Maybe watch a wet t-shirt contest in terms of Wet and Wild. I mean, come on, beer and titties. I mean, I prefer beer and booty, but hey, I mean, tits are fine. It's not like I'd pass on them. If I'm given the choice, booty all the way, but, you know, if the tits is all I get, hey, I'm not going to complain. That might be too hard for this bitch to grab. Yep. See, let's get some beers, hit on these chicks, see if they'll go home with you, get yourself some panoche, and then wake up with some constellation prizes. Some of these are syphilis and HIV. Maybe even warts. If you don't meet your quota in time, the game's over. It's really that simple. Well, play enough, you'll learn just how much strength you need. But the third stage is where it gets really hard. Now, I haven't played this in quite a long time, so I'm probably going to be rusty. Now, one thing I used to do, I put a marker right where that line is, because once I press space, that line is going to go away. See? And I would have that so I can determine how fast or how slow I need to throw a beer. And also, the bar fills up a hell of a lot quicker now. That might be too fast. Bitch. And that's too little. You fucking bitch. You should have grabbed that shit. That's some high quality fucking beer. Fuck. What the hell just happened? I'm like I said, I suck shit now. I used to be so good at this shit back in the day. And the beers can clash between each other, which I think is pretty an interesting concept. But at the same time, that's realistic. Like, watch this. Bam! See that shit? Of course, you want to win, but there is no way in hell I'm going to win this shit. Nice. I didn't think she was going to get that. It might be too fast. Ooh. Damn it! I'm just fucked. Here, fuck you. Slam. That's how bartenders rage quit. They're like, fuck you. Just throw that shit at full speed. And get it, bitch. Didn't meet my quota, but that's just it. But it's fun. I have a good time with that. I'd sit here and play that for hours as well. Like, not necessarily when I'm stoned either. I could be completely sober and play that for hours. It was fun. Just trying to figure out. And like I said, every time they took a line away, I put a marker there to help me out, and then it would make it a little easier for me to do it. I didn't do that too often because permanent marker can be a pain in the ass. I mean, thankfully, rubbing alcohol will seem to do the job, at least partially. Most of the time, it would work. I don't condone marking your monitors with markers. It doesn't work very good. And also, it can fuck up your monitor in some ways, especially if it smears all over. That's happened to some people in the past. I don't remember who, like, by name, but anyways. Alright, so, next one is air hockey. It's pretty much as you would think it is. This was another one I spent a lot of time on, because this is actually a pretty substantial form of air hockey. You always fight dorks, though. Like, here we got a Point Dexter, who makes sad faces when you score against him, and he makes the fucking most cheesiest, stupid, punchable face smile if he scores on you. Now, the only problem I have with this particular version of Pong is the matches are way too slow-paced for my liking. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong, but you gotta have a little bit of patience if you want to enjoy this to some extent. And then there'll be a lot of times where the puck will bounce behind your doohickey here. I don't know the fucking name. I just call it the fucking puck handler or some shit like that. Anyways, sometimes you go to hit the puck, and sometimes he'll go behind the puck, and then you'll score on yourself, and then he'll make his little gay smile. If you press the space bar, that gives it the nudge. Sorry if I'm stuttering all over the place. It's kind of hard sometimes to explain a game while you play it. But yeah, it's best out of 7. There's 2 rounds per opponent. The best 2 out of 3 wins. And there's tons of opponents. I never beaten this mode. I mean, nothing great happens. It just gives you a score and says congratulations or some shit like that. When you win a particular mode in the game. I want to see if I can beat this chode. Alright, I beat the first round. He didn't get no scores against me. I got some boner points, and I got a score of 350. 350! Don't be giving that monster a 350. Now I gotta play against Point Dexter some more with his cute little bow tie, his 4 eyes, and his stupid chode incel face. He'll never get pussy in his day. No, not at all. And if he does, he'll probably pull a Jeffrey Dahmer and fucking give... Does this smell like chloroform to you, ma'am? See, like right there, I hit the pucks. That can be disastrous. Now, the second rounds that get more aggressive. See, look at his face. That is such a faggoty face. I want to punch him. I mean, seriously, if I was, like, in this game, drunk off some beer, I would pop up in this motherfucker and punch his face in at least 3 times. At the very least, 3 times. Come on, Dweebenheimer. You can do better than this. Or maybe not. Maybe you suck too much. Your little parted hair and your baggedy glasses and your stupid looking bow tie. And you call yourself a pro air hockey player. I'm gonna beat your ass and go smash some honeys at the bar. You have no class there, sir! Yeah, I just want to see who I'm trying to remember the next opponent. Some of these opponents are very interesting looking people. Now, you may get I don't know if any of you have ever played the Macintosh game, but there's a game called I think it was called Shuffle Puck Cafe or something like that. You may get like that kind of vibe with this game, or this particular mode of this particular game. The thing about Shuffle Puck, though, is that game is a brutal bitch of a game. It's really hard, and it's not fun to play, at least in my opinion. A lot of people like it. It's got cool sound effects, but only if you play the Macintosh version. Because apparently, that game was released on the Famicom as well. I found a copy, and I played it, and I was like, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. It doesn't have the fun sound effects or sound clips, so it kind of takes away from the entertainment value. Alright, let's see. Oh, we're fighting against Nina. Hey, she's kind of cute. Short hair blonde. I prefer my girls with long hair, but okay. And she's got some hog knoggers. I like how her little fucking thing is the same color as her hair. Alright, whoever gets the next score, we'll move on to the fun final. Well, sorry, woman, but I'm good at air hockey. What can I say? But that you could sit there and and play that probably for a very long time. I mean, I remember when I got really far and there was different opponents. I don't know how many there are, but I sat here, well, not here, but at my mom's house when I first played this for a fucking hour. But it was just all around fun, and I had a good time with it. The last game, unfortunately, is a shitty one because it takes memory. It's basically a game of memory. You basically pick up a chick. I know that sounds good on paper, but how they do it here is not all that fun. Basically, you got 3 chicks. You pick which one you want to pick. Now, you have a finger that points in like 3 different choices, right? You don't control it. It's done automatically. So basically, you got to press space at the right time. It's almost like if you're playing one of those little games as a kid. There was this game we played as a kid. I don't remember. It was in school, though, where you had all these buttons, and it was like a quiz, and then you would smash that button right if you know the answer. Kind of like Jeopardy or games like that. So it's, I guess, has that similarity to it. So let's talk to the girl in the middle. And this is, what do you want to talk about? Now, if you pick the right answer, you'll hear a whistle sound. If you pick the wrong answer, she'll basically tell you to fuck off, and then she'll leave, and then you have the other 2 girls to talk to. Now, I've beaten this mode a few times before when I was a kid. And I'll tell you this right now. If you don't pick up a girl here and you fuck up by the time you reach, I think it's Sunday or Monday or somewhere around there, and you don't see the ending. This one has an ending where it shows a nice little picture. I would like to demonstrate that here, but I think, for sake of surprises and things of that nature, you should try it yourself. But let's see how far I can get with these chicks. I don't remember all the answers. I used to have them written down when I was a kid. I had a little notebook when there was like hints and things in any game, not just PC games, but like console games too, where I would write down the hints so I would have it on hand just in case. There's a part where I'm like, okay, this puzzle, like this says the key of the puzzle is like 312. I would type key to puzzle 312, and I would write the name of the game. That's how I would take notes. So let's try the latest swimwear, maybe. And this is you. Hi, I'm Psychic. I bet you wear a Venus one piece and scuba dive on weekends. You hear that whistle? That means that was the correct answer. And then she gives you a response. Well, you're close. I do scuba dive, but I wear a full body glove at full length. What do you do when you're not demonstrating your psychic talents? I pay hookers $50 for a blowy. So let's see. Teach maybe? Or is it play baseball? I teach English, computers, I guess, or whatever. At the local college, students are pretty boring. No whistle. That was not the right answer. So the real answer was I play baseball. She's like, I thought you looked familiar. You gave me a C. While your approach gets an F, our feature gets an incomplete. And she goes away. But, it's not the end. You still have the other 2 chicks. But make sure you don't say the same answer that you gave another chick. So the answers for these 2 are going to be completely different from the blonde girl. Let's pick the black-haired girl. Let's maybe exotic vacation sites. Like I said, it's trial and error. I could have noticed your terrific tan. I vacationed in pretty exotic places. Did anyone tell you that you have the skin of a Polynesian princess? That was correct. But of course, and you're the Polynesian toad. Right. Actually, that's pretty original. Tell me about these exotic vacations. And then you basically gotta find one, I don't know, Rio de Janeiro? Or is it Half-Flex? Dude, I wish I could remember all these. Last August, I visited friends, and it's beautiful there, probably. Do you shear the sheep yourself? Excuse me if I yawn. So, yeah. But if you don't win any of these chicks to go to the next round, and then the next round, you get 3 rounds, and then the game is over. You get this beautiful picture with you and the chick. There's no nudity, so that's unfortunate, but hey. So this chick's obviously going to be about the stock market. I don't know any woman that's interested in the stock market, even back in the 80s. But then again, I was a kid, so there you go. See, as you can see, that was correct. I think this one's Bill Janet Gold Flax. Or Flax. Whatever. I don't know stock market, guys. That was correct. Alright, so... real estate, I think? Yes! I scored a chick! No, but I love the beach. Skinny land. Summer meets tomorrow. Meet me here tomorrow. My name is Stephanie. So now, basically, you order drinks. And basically, it's the same all over again. You gotta guess. And if you get it wrong, you're screwed. So, oh, shit. I meant to grab wine. Whatever. And she's gone. And then basically you go back to the bar with the 3 girls again. But as I mentioned before, if you don't make it all the way through, you'll say there's not enough time. Or they'll give you some bullshit excuse and the game will be over. Basically, you got to pick up a chick on the first time around and keep it going. And if you don't, you'll run out of time. It'll be Sunday. And then the game will be over. And that kind of sucks. Anyways, those were all the games on Bar Games. As you can tell, it's a fun game. It really is. I mean, if you guys like it all, like old PC titles with some mini games, and you want to play with some friends, I can't see why this wouldn't be a good idea to pick up. I mean, there's even a tournament mode, which is what me and the guys would play together, and it's really cool. And you also high scores are saved. Let's see, am I under any of them? No, 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 and no. I gotta work on that. I want to get some high scores, stuff to remember by, you know, so I can be like, hey, I made a high score here. But yeah, Bar Games, awesome title. All right, let's go and move to the last and final title that I have to show off. All right, save the best for last. I won't show too much because you need a map to actually play this game, at least to its entirety, but I just want to at least show it off. This is what I would like to call the Zelda 2 for the PC, at least during this time. It's basically made by Game Arts, and it was also, I think, ported from... I think it may have been originally a PC-88 game, because, I mean, it has the graphics. It's got a really nice story. Basically, here's a princess, and basically it starts raining stone, and she becomes stone, and then you have the main bad guy, Jashin, who basically entombs a princess in stone, and basically says, you want the bitch to fucking get out of that shit, you gotta come face me. And you play as Duke Garland, who is a bootleg Adol Christian. But, like I said, play the game for yourself to know that. But, yeah, we got some dope-ass fucking PSG music going on. I'm gonna let it play for a minute so you can jam this shit. It's really good. Such a jam. I love the hell out of it. So, yeah. So, anyways, you play as Duke Garland, and as you can see, you're in front of the castle, and you basically got to talk to the king. Brave Duke Garland, you'll need money for your journey. I best tell you 1,000 golds. Which does not get you much at all. By the time you fit yourself, then make haste to the labyrinth to defeat the forces of Jashin. My kingdom and the life of my daughter are at stake. Now, Duke Garland can be a complete poonhound. And, because, you know, he could drill a hole in that statue and do some very inappropriate things with it. But yeah, that's the princess. She's encased in stone. And the only way to free her is to grit the crystals and defeat Jashin and free her from her prison. That's pretty much the gist of it. There's not much. You can talk to people too, of course, and they tell you some things. Just like your standard RPG, or action RPG. I mean, this plays a lot like, in my opinion, like Ys 3, which is also nice. But here's something I like to do once in a while. Alright, say you don't buy nothing. Say you just want to leave. Alright, say you just want to waste this fucker's time, because you can tell by looking at him he's not a happy camper. So you can piss him off by doing this. I love Axe's spikes in old games, or in games in general. It's funny. Because you wouldn't think he'd get all that mad for you wasting his time, but apparently time is important to the man. Anyways, let's see if there's anything I can buy. I don't think so. Because you gotta gain a lot of gold in this game to get some weapons. I mean, for instance, there's a training sword which you have on hand, and of course there's the wise man's sword. So we gotta basically gain 1,500 gold. Now, if you still... you know what? I don't know if that is a training sword you have on hand. Actually, yes, because they give you half back. Like I said, it's been years since I've played this. You can repair your shield because, yes, you do get shield damage, but you can also buy a shield, which I think we can do right now. Yeah, we can buy a wise man's shield. And as you can see, it has its own hit points. So you know when to go and get it repaired just in case, you know, and he does charge you a fee. See, I mean, if you buy shit from him, he's actually very happy with you. You can go to the church to get healed and whatnot. May God go with you. Now, he has better things to do. Like throw asteroids at countries that piss him off. Yeah, you can get, like, magic, too. I mean, you can... Well, they're not... It's not magic, per se. They're, like, items. So, basically, you can get, like, healing items, and... They really don't tell you what they do, necessarily. I mean, we can get the Kenko potion. You know, fuck it, we got money, might as well spend it, right? That's the old... How the old saying goes. And... That's basically it with that. How do you get out of this? I forgot. No. Okay, there we go. Let's go outside. Alright, so basically, let me go to the labyrinth and show you the basics of gameplay. But bank is important. You see that little thing in the bottom that says Elmas? You collect orbs from enemies, and you have to exchange those, and then they give you money for exchanging in the elements. This game is grind heavy, because there's a lot of items you're going to need when it comes to getting further into the game, such as better weapons and armor. So, you're going to be grinding a lot. Now, this little hut here is very important, too. You have this guy, right? And here's the thing. They don't tell you your experience or anything like that. You basically have to kill a bunch of enemies, and then you check your experience. And if you gain enough experience, like it says... And you can also... This is how you can save your game. You just go to record game, and then... That's my old save, so... Can I put... Hey, we can. Marbles. And then you can choose to continue, of course. So, yes. But yeah, sea power is basically what you go to if you had killed enough enemies. You see it go sea power. He'll basically tell you how close you are to gaining a level, pretty much. He'll give you like vague hints. Basically, this game is super grind heavy. But don't let that, you know, stray you from the game. It's actually, this game's actually really awesome. All right, now we're gonna get to the action portion. It plays a lot like a Zelda 2 if it was made on the PC. The orbs, like I said, those are almos. You gotta collect a shit ton of those for gold. My problem with this game is the layout pisses me off because you can continue going right and it'll repeat over and over again. Like, it'd be nice if there was like a wall or something. You can jump and slash. The white Elmas or silver Elmas, they give you they're excuse me, they're 5. You get 5 of them. Red gives you 1, silver gives you 5. And basically you just gotta grind your ass to death to get what you need and to get the items you experience. Otherwise you're not gonna get very far. Yes, sometimes there's potions in the dungeons. These frogs are dicks, too, by the way. But you have an up slash like that. You also have a down thrust. See? And sometimes when you see a town name, which is, this is your town, you can go here to get healed. And then you can trade your Elmas. In the bank is actually very helpful. Let me show the bank and show you what that does. So basically, you can exchange your Elmas. So 1 Elmas will give you 6 gold. And if that's alright, you say yes. You have 888 gold now. And you can go ahead and deposit your money. So if you want to go ahead and deposit it all, you can hold up the up button. I think you can just put in the amount. No, you can't. Okay. But you hold up, and the rate goes by fast. And trust me, you want to do that often because you're going to need gold a lot in this game. Now he's going to be a dickhole and tell you to exchange a lot of money in there, and if you do, he laughs about it. Now, even though he laughs about it, they don't take any away of your gold. They allow you to save it, so nothing bad happens to it. But yeah, we can go into church now, and I can get healed. So the first maybe 45 minutes of your playtime with this game is going to be probably spent on this village alone. And I think they do that on purpose so you get a feel of what you're going to experience throughout the game. The farthest I've got was the 4th area. But then I lost all my maps I made, and I just gave up. Because it just got hard enough to where the layout just pissed me the fuck off. I mean, if I could ever find like maps made by other people, I may revisit this game and complete it. You know, because I always wanted to, because it's a damn fine game. It's just the layout makes me angry. I doubt I gained a level, but let's see his power. Let's see the power. I am going to rub this big testicle with my hands and tell you the power that will purify me. Yes, so as you can tell, you're still far away from getting experience. Something to note too, if you're carrying any gold or any Elmas, it will be cut drastically, if not entirely, if you die. And since this is the beginning of the game, you will die, and a lot, if you don't just grind like a madman, which I'm not going to put you through. But once you get that down pat, you know, you'll be fine. In terms of being able to play and not get your ass killed. Now, the 3rd area is bullshit. It's like a big tree, and you have to find, like, some kind of amulet. And that's where I got stuck the last time I played this. That was the area... I got there without a map, which was very good. But this game is very time-consuming, at least at first. It may get better later on. Like I said, I gave up on it a little early because I lost all my maps and all that, and... But it's got great music. Keys will open the locked doors. Now, you probably saw that town that was the door where the door was completely closed. You can use a key on that. Now, a lot of these doors have the jewels on the top of them, like they're blue or yellow. Some of them are considered going forward, and some of them are considered going backwards. I never could understand it at all. I would just get lucky. I spent many hours playing this game just to get to the 4th area and then get lost. And of course, as you can tell, the enemies are fucking cheap. I think if you sit here for... Yeah, your life will heal on its own, but it takes for fucking ever. You may think I'm just criticizing the game. No, I'm just telling you what you have to expect if you decide to tackle this game head on. Or you can just go ahead and do what most people do and watch a playthrough. I would love to play through this. I really would. It's just, I wish I had the maps and all that again. I used to have a copy of this game that had the trainer, which would give you infinite life. That allowed me to cheat a little bit. Let's see if I have enough experience. Probably not. But it's always, you know, good to check. I got 20-some Elmas, too. I can exchange those at the bank. And basically, that's what you're going to do for the, like, the... There, I gained a level. It's really that simple. You just gotta kill a shit ton of enemies and go see him and then see his power. And if the power, if you have enough, you're fine. It's all a guessing game now. There's really no indication. It's kind of a pain in the ass, at least in my opinion. So let's exchange these. I have 162. We can add that to the 888 that I have in the bank. Oh, I don't want to withdraw. No, no, no. Oops. I don't understand. Fuck you, dude. Try to condescending piece of crap. I'm gonna take your old ass outside, break your glasses, and then break your face. Fuck you. It would be nice if you could, like, type in how much gold you have, but yeah, this is pretty much... This is the game. It's got great music, though, in different areas of the game. You can look up the soundtrack if you want. I mean, I already did. I got the... My favorite is I think it's called the Frozen Cave of Eschera or something like that. Really good in PSG format. Honestly, the PSG is much better than the Sound Blaster variant. Because my buddy, who, when he got this off the BBS website, or not the website, the service. So, I mean, that is kind of a website. Anyways, he had a Sound Blaster set up. He had Sound Blaster Live 16, I believe, at the time. And I was like, that sounds pretty good. But then I heard it on the Tandy. I was like, oh my god, that sounds awesome. It's like NES. You fight bosses, too, in the game. And finding that is a pain in the ass. Like I said, just for... I hope one day I can get some maps or something and play this. Elevators work as you would expect. You just press up and down. You know what this game actually looks like in terms of design? You guys ever played Sorcerian? That's what this reminds me of. Like, in look. Not so much in the action, but... Let's see, I'm like near dead now. But I think I showed enough of this game. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself and save the game, and we'll call the vid. But, you know, I want you guys to tell me. I want you guys to tell me, like, what were your early experiences with DOS games? I mean, what year did you start? I mean, did you play DOS games? I mean, are you old enough to actually experience DOS where you had to type out the commands and all that fun stuff? Because I'll be honest, it took me a while to learn that shit. I mean, I'm still not like 100%. I just know how to run the games. or edit them if there's an editor. So, yep, just record your experience. There's my new vlog, or my new log, and there we go. And we will not continue the quest. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of like nostalgia trip for me. I mean, some of these games I definitely want to go back and play for a little bit longer, or for, you know, from time to time, like I did back in the day, because, you know, some of these are just, they're timeless classics to me. I mean, some of you may look at these games and be like, "Yeah, these games look like dog shit." Like I said, it's not perfect of a video whatsoever, but it's games I basically enjoyed growing up. And you know, Zelliard is quite a damn impressive game. I mean, it's got great music, great the music, like I said, music perfect. It's grind heavy though, and it is a little difficult, but I think if you can get a hold of that, I think you'll have fun. I mean, it's really easy to pick up and play, but the only problem, like I said, is the layout. It's very confusing. It's one of those games that if you keep going right to the right or left, you'll just keep repeating in that same direction over and over and over again. And unless you go up and down, it's confusing. I used to have maps to help me with this shit, but yeah, I lost those so long ago, and it depresses the fuck out of me. But then again, that's life, you know. Some things happen, and some things you can't control. So with that being said, I am ForeverRetro. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm signing off for now, and you guys have a great one, and keep gaming, keep loving, and keep it retro, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked what you saw and would like to support my channel, please consider being a patron. I'll put your name up with these fine folks who have donated to this channel, and that would be awesome to have you on board. If not, that's entirely up to you. I hope you have a good day and take care.